Trump doesn't want you to cast your ballot the same way he and his staffers cast their ballots. They vote by mail, but the president says you shouldn't. He claims mail-in voting leads to widespread voter fraud. But is that true? Here's Joe Chiodo with tonight's Good Question.
When you do all mail-in voting ballots, you're asking for fraud. People steal them out of mailboxes. People print them, and then they sign them, and they give them in. And the people don't even know where they're double counted.
In tweets last week, President Trump ridiculed the idea, saying, quote, mail-in ballots will lead to a rigged election. Millions of mail-in ballots will be printed by foreign countries and others. It will be the scandal of our times, end quote. President Trump's Attorney General, William Barr, had the same talking points on Fox Business.
Right now, a foreign country could print up tens of thousands of counterfeit ballots and be very hard for us to detect.
Still, he admits he hasn't looked into it, and he's offered no evidence to back up the claim. CNN has done multiple fact checks on the theories of widespread mail voter fraud. They've also found no evidence that any of it is true. The Federal Election Commission and independent experts agree.
It's minuscule versus the number of ballots that have been cast.
Experts say committing mail voter fraud on a mass scale in the United States is exceedingly difficult. Here's why. Each county in America, almost every precinct, has different styles of ballots, so fraudsters would have to duplicate them perfectly. If a foreign country tried to inject counterfeit mail-in ballots, safeguards in place would nail them.
The election officials themselves are printing barcodes on the ballots and the envelopes, and to making sure that the ballots are going out to the proper voters. Voters are signing those return envelopes, so there's some signature verification that's going on the election officials' end.
About a quarter of American voters cast ballots absentee by mail in 2016. That includes President Trump. Vice President Mike Pence has also voted by mail. Add to that Attorney General Barr, Ivanka Trump, Jared Kushner, and White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany. With coronavirus still a major health threat, experts say the percentage of those mailing in votes could go way up this year.
I think that President Trump and AG Barr are fixated on voter fraud as a distraction. In the past, we've heard the president make comments that if you expand the franchise and have more people voting, that he believes it will minimize the chances of a Republican being elected.
Several Republican senators, including those in top leadership positions, disagree with the president on this. They say there is no proof mail-in ballots lead to fraud. Joe Chiodo, KCTV5 News.